Okay then, Helldivers, we are back. We have got loads to go over today as more content seems to have been released today. A new FRV vehicle is now available in your stratagem listing, and we have also got to talk about a trailer that went up for the PlayStation 5 controller. We're going to talk about that one because there seems to be some features in there that aren't actually in the game, and we don't know whether this is going to be a thing or not. And customization's back on the table as the game's bugging out for some people, and it seems to be something that they're working quite heavily on. With that being said, if you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications. It'd be greatly appreciated. And make sure you check out our sponsor Instant Gaming, where you can buy your video games cheaper for PC, console, and you'll get them at the best deals, offers, promotions, and discounts, all running up to 70% off. And right now, they've got a Christmas special. You open a calendar, and each day you get a game that's cheaper than the cheap price they already offer. It's an absolute no-brainer. Links in the description. Get your game a little cheaper today. With that being said, though, let's start off inside of the game and what it is that's happening right now. So we have now got the FRV actually available inside of the game. There was a notice period that went up from the Baskinator in the Discord today stating the Illuminates have been repelled from Secundus and the AM Defense Factory Hub has been secured. Production of the Fast Recon Vehicle, aka the FRV, has resumed, and the vehicle will soon be available for fleet-wide requisition. Significantly, millions of colonists are also now safe. And yes, that also meant that the stratagem is now available for you guys to go and purchase, and it is roughly around 25,000 requisition slips, which should be easy for the most part. So you guys can now get your hands on the new stratagem. Very nice indeed, as well as something else that you guys can actually get your hands on, as they have already revealed the PlayStation 5 controller as a Helldivers 2 limited edition. Now obviously I've picked one up myself, but nonetheless it is now available for pre-order and is going to be fully dropping on February 6th, but that wasn't the only thing that we actually saw inside of that trailer. There were a few other things which people inside of my Discord were a little bit confused about, as they noticed some variances inside of the trailer itself, such as this one right here. Now, as you can see, this is the dropship area, and this looks pretty damn cool. You should all know what this looks like right now, except on side of the trailer, it looked a little bit different. Now, all I can really notice inside of it is there are added extra banners, but we all know that this is a static image. It always looks exactly the same, and it can be upgraded via the modules that you'll actually put into your ship. Is this them showcasing an early version of the next level for that module frame? It'll be quite interesting to see where it is that those modules can go, because this one actually holds inside of the hangar, and this one is really, really interesting because it's generally revolved around Eagle 1. So what else can we actually see coming to the game with this, and whether it's going to be coming soon or not? It's quite an interesting feature, but I want to know what you guys would expect to see if we do get a hangar upgrade, exactly what it could be. Now, obviously, it could be absolutely nothing, and they could just be putting things in trailers for no apparent reason, but if I know Arrowhead, and I do know Arrowhead, they tend to drop these little points in here for you guys to try and figure out, and unfortunately, everybody was so gassed up about the PlayStation 5 controller, I haven't really seen anybody speak about this. As well as that, there is also some talk about the way that the Galactic War Map looks on side of it. Now, obviously, this one is a little bit more far-fetched, but it does seem to be highly coincidental that it's an extenuation of what the map actually looks like right now. So, if we take a look at what the Galactic War Map looks like right now, this is exactly what we are seeing, although in the trailer, this is what we are actually looking at. And as you can see, there is a gap movement of what it is that the map actually looks like, a continuation of where the map genuinely looks like right now. Now, again, this might have just been a visual feature, as the Illumina don't actually happen to be on the map at the point in time for the trailer. So, I don't know. It's a really weird one, but some people put it towards me, so I said that I would put it towards you. Let me know if this is purely coincidence or if that is a continuation of what the map is going to look like, and are the automatons and terminids making their way as a heavy force towards Super Earth. If so, I would recommend that this is going to be a huge fight indeed, as we are going to be having to scrap back and maybe come off with the squids for just a little bit. Now, moving over to the Reddit though, there does seem to be some interesting features over there, as some people have noticed their game has been bugging out, and their weapons have actually all got gold magazines. Now, this is really odd, as it's not going to be like that for absolutely everybody, so you can take a look, but the likelihood is it won't actually be there. But upon actual looking at this, these are really detailed. gold magazines. These are cut off at the right point. The mags are genuinely cut off and colored correctly. This does seem to be something that people are talking about quite a lot. Now, everybody seems to be in the comment sections of this, and this actually has a really good comment on it right here. It states, yesterday a dude posted a Diligence CS lacking a scope, totally discolored mags. Arrowhead may be implementing weapon customization behind the scenes, i.e. future-proofing the models and so on, to later integrate into a possible customization system. This could be a mild fluke on that, or maybe I'm just high on copium and crave the day that I put a nice red dot on my verdict or a 200mm DCS scope on my scythe. Now, this one is down to you guys to kind of put into your own narrative and what you think is going to happen. I think that this is actually a very solid point, and they've seemed to have got this bug down to an absolute T, to the point where it looks gold, but it looks like it's supposed to look gold. So I don't know. This could be a complete bug that is nothing to do with the weapon customization, and it may be a complete fluke, or there may be some things inside of the game right now that could lean into the weapon customization coming maybe a little sooner than we may think. Now, I have absolutely drained this horse out of existence, and I don't want to really talk about it any further, but a post that we couldn't ignore on side of the Reddit with 14,000 upvotes right here states, my thoughts on the recent news. Personally, I'm not a fan of Killzone, but if it was a series collab that I liked and it looked good, I would spend a few dollars to get it and support the game I spend copious amounts of hours in. And you can see right here, the meme is free stuff, and then we're probably not getting another collab because of this controversy. And I think, unfortunately, we do have to have that in the back of our heads. You need to remember that companies will look at Arrowhead and the game they've developed and think that it is incredible, then look at the community and the way that they reacted to certain development processes, and find that actually maybe it's not for them and we may not actually get some of the collaborations that we do want. Now, DRG is on the list of one that we all want, because I would definitely want to run around with an axe shouting at an emote about rock and stone. I think it'd be hilarious. But anywho, nonetheless, we're not going to talk about this anymore because this is done, dusted, and oh my lord, I'm tired of hearing about it. It wasn't really much of a controversy and it didn't really need to be one, but we're going to move on forward, as there is seeming to be some new trailers going up on the big screen inside of your Super Destroyer, and this has got to be my favorite one, as this was posted to me in my Discord via Democracy Officer. So thank you very much to my Democracy Officer sending me this all lovely democratic trailer. Watch this.
Up next, is ordering calamari patriotic or evidence of Illuminate mind control? Stay tuned.
Now, I absolutely love that, and these sorts of things and the trailers that they put up for as far as aftershave usage, calamari rings, and massive controversies inside of the game, I think it's absolutely hilarious. So a massive shout out to you guys inside of my Discord. You've been putting forward some absolutely incredible clips just lately, and I love to watch them. Nonetheless, we're going to dive on into your comments right now, as you guys had a lot to say in the last video, as we went over some stuff about the latest major order and where it seems to be going, which is due to be updating in a few hours, I would like to say. So tomorrow morning we'll be updating you guys on that one again. It states right here, I love how the Illuminate are just popping up in different sectors because they are the originators of warp tech. Now, this obviously takes into the lore aspect of what it is the Illuminate are, and I absolutely love it and can't wait to see what happens when they get a solid ground and start actually taking some ground for their own. I think at that point it's going to be a lot scarier than it is fun, but we'll have to wait and see where that one goes. Let me know your thoughts of that in the comments. And this one right here states, with how like crazy the voteless are when it comes to traversing the environment, the thought of fighting in the forest is actually kind of terrifying. And I can confirm, actually, after being in there, it is not as bad as you may well think. The forest environment, as spoke about on the podcast with Thick Fillet and Crazy Mr. Pips, we did state that it was a little bit janky, and the fact that they got the urban biomes working correctly was perfect. Now, imagine the forest environment with an urban biome on the edge of it. It worked really, really well, and I actually really enjoyed it. So make sure you go and check it out while you still can. And finally, this one right here states, I bought the $20 super credit pack and bought every item in the superstore. Arrowhead deserves my money. Thank you for being a great game developer. Now, again, I don't really want to have to talk about this, but you did hit one of the top comments. But yeah, you are 100% right. I do think that they deserve the support, most definitely, and I really want to see the game actually come through and be able to survive a long lifespan and be able to be there for all of us for the future. Nonetheless, if you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and and subscribe with post notifications turned on. Thank you so much again for all of your support on these videos, and for those of you guys who are liking the live streams right now, we will continue those again on Monday, and even going through Christmas, to make sure you have some Helldivers support and somebody that you may want to come and have a chat with, a community at large, during those holiday seasons. Thanks again for watching, guys. Appreciate you all, and as always, up until the next time, I'll see you in the clouds.